play.
Afternoon and welcome to yet another amazing session of Young and Dynamic. My name is Tawanga Benhuda and I'm going to be your host for today. Young and Dynamic session is going to be very exciting because entrepreneurship was being made possible by the Dynamites. Welcome Dynamites from Burundi, Lesotho, Kenya, and Zimbabwe. Our HLF and Delta staff and executives, we appreciate you. Just before we start our session, allow me to welcome Blessing, as Blessing is going to lead us to a word of prayer. Over to you, Blessing.
Okay, shalom everyone. I greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Allow me to pray as we open up this session. Lord Jesus Christ, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for this time. We thank you for everything. We thank you for opening our way to come to here where we are right now. It hasn't been us, but it has always been you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. So glory be to you. We honor your name. We glorify your name. We thank you. Lead us during this session as we are going to learn and as we are going to encounter in different entrepreneurship ideas. And I pray and I'll continue to pray and give you all the praise. Lord, please deliver us from any evil thing that may draw us back from sustaining whatever we want. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Blessing, for leading us in prayer. That was wonderful. Before we start our session, allow me to give you some housekeeping rules. First and foremost, make sure you have somewhere to write your notes because it's going to be very, very exciting. And whatever that I'm going to take from this session, make sure you write. With me here is my notebook and my pen. So make sure you have somewhere secure to be taking down notes. And also make sure that you're on mute at all times, unless you're asked to speak by the facilitators. And the chat box at the bottom of your screen is for your use. Any comments, any questions that you might have, there's a team going through the chat box and you'll be responded to. If you are ready for this session, just type something in the chat box and anything that you remember from all the entrepreneurship sessions that we had, just type in the chat box and we'll be going through those comments. Just like I mentioned before, today we're going to be here to be hearing amazing projects and what our Dynamites has been doing. And remember what, it's not even far away from home. It's actually home because entrepreneurship made possible by the Dynamites. If you are ready, just type in the chat box. Please do whatever that you have, even any comment, any question that you have. Make sure you make use of the chat box. It's for your use. First and foremost, we're going to have our presentations from our amazing Dynamites. And this time, I want to invite the first person who is going to give us their presentation, and this is Billy Karonga. Before he even starts, let me just give you a brief introduction about Billy and what he's going to be talking about. Billy is an agripreneur specializing in poultry meat and broiler production. He's also the founder of GMKT Partners consulting firm. Wow, that's just amazing. Over to you, Billy.
Wow, thank you so much, host. So we have been waiting for this, and yeah. So like you have heard from our presenter. So for my business, I do Brailler project, and the Brailler project I've started it in 2020 with as little as 25 Braillers. So in 2020, that was a year where I've learned a lot about how to manage the business and how best can I navigate in this industry. Given that when you look at the broilers currently in terms of the demand in the market, you can actually see that there's a trend whereby people now they are willing to go for the nutrients because as you know that the chicken products they provide there's rich in vitamins, minerals, and other nutritional values. So considering that, I was so as an entrepreneur, I have seen a gap where I can try to get money out of them. So I've started small, and in 2021, I've merged somebody in order to increase the production. And initially, it goes well because from my when I was doing alone, I was doing 100 broilers per batch. But when we have measured our, in terms of the capital, we managed to buy a lot of broilers. So we have managed to rise from 50 broilers to 500. So we did well from the batches. You know, when we are doing the broilers, when I'm saying batches, I'm saying the period where I bought the inputs, which are the day-old chicks up unto the day of slaughter, which is after every 6 weeks under normal circumstances. So when I'm saying the batch, I'm referring to that. So fast forward, we did 3 batches and it goes well. Unfortunately, in the end of year 2021, we demerged because of some of the things regarding the management of merger. Because when you merger with somebody in a business, it is difficult to share in terms of cost, labor, and even the profits. So moving forward, we demerge. For myself, I take it as a learning curve because when you do a merger, it might be look as very lucrative because
Hello, Billy. Hello, Billy. As we are reaching out to Billy and make sure that he's back again, can you please all type out just whatever that we had, whatever that we got from Billy's presentation as far. From my end, I have that start small. So Billy started small and he's going strong. From 50 chicks, right now he's going to as far as 500 chicks per batch. So for
Okay. I think there's a problem with network. We're facing a bit of network problems here. So we're gonna move right along to Amanda Matiza, who is a hairdresser and about to start some crocheting and to do some math. So Amanda, over to you.
Thank you.
Mr. MC. Hello, guys. How are you? As you've heard, my name is Amanda. I'll try to share my slide as I go through the presentation. So my business, as you have heard, I'm a hairdresser. It all began last year around August, but it fully kicked in like around December. It was after I've realized that I noticed a lot of people from my class, that a lot of people from like areas like Blawayo who don't stay in Harare, they would struggle to find a proper good hairdresser. So I ended up trying to find a way out how to help these people, and even some people from Harare, they themselves would have to go back home. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble sharing this. Okay, I want you to confirm the moment you are able to see my screen. Hello, guys. Are you able to see my screen?
And not from my end, Amanda. I'm not sure about the rest. Probably, yeah. I think now we're getting it. Yes.
You can.
Yes.
Okay, let me just put the slide on. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, sure. Wow.
Okay. So after realizing that, so as throughout the presentation, you see some of the hairstyles that I've done. I've tried to put a picture on every slide that I've put on. So how it all started, I was saying that I discovered that a lot of people, like people outside Harare, people even from Harare, you have to travel back home to reliable hairdresser and all that. But sometimes it won't be always convenient for you to go back home. So I realized that there's a need of me trying to set up a small salon here on campus. And I did that. I started off with my basic plating skills that I'd learned from my mom and my sisters, just like the normal free and the normal box braids. That's all I could do. But then I started watching more watching YouTube videos and try to convince my friends to allow me to try these new styles on their hair. And most of the times, I thank God for this. Most of the times, whenever I tried the hairstyle, it would come out perfect. And then I would actually then edit on my catalog. So on my catalog, I only started with freehand and the box braid thing. But as I watched more YouTube videos trying out these hairstyles, I began to add on that on my catalog. And now my catalog involves a lot of hairstyles. But however, there are some problems that I faced as I started this business. The number one thing is time consuming. You all know that some of these systems, they take time for you to do them. For example, doing some knotless braiding. For me personally, averagely, I take around like 5 hours, 6 hours to finish someone, and you can tell that most like 6 hours is a lot, and looking at myself, because I'm a medical student, I also need to study. I don't want to fail in as much as I want to get income and do this business, but also I need to start hard. But however, I found a way to make sure that I get enough time to study and also be involved in this business thing. And then the other thing is it's quite discouraging, the market is the target market for me, myself. I discovered that once I got into this, I had my prices set on, but then whew, the market wasn't willing to pay the price that I put on, and I was forced to go back to the normal price like everyone is doing on campus, because obviously you need customers. Because at first I thought people would come, but since I had no customers, I needed to build like clientele for myself. So I realized that I should just get into the same prices that everyone is just using on campus. And then I did that. But looking at the 6 hours that you'll be standing and working on someone's hair, and obviously that person wants a good hairdo, and I put all my effort to make sure that I give you a good hairdo, that the moment you step out of my door, you always get comments, and that helped me. Besides just advertising, posting groups around campus, I actually got referrals. And right now I've got like good clients that I know they're reliable. Every time they want a hairdo, they come to me. But again, it was just discouraging, because the same person who could pay $30 in town wouldn't be willing to pay like even half that price. So it's kind of discouraging. But however, just managing to go through it. But the current progress right now, I can't complain, because the things that I wanted to do, like, you also have needs. Right now, I actually needed to buy some medical instruments that I wanted for my lectures and in my clinical experience. Actually, through this business, I've managed to actually get that income, get that money to do everything that I want to do on a daily basis. But I just wish guys could pay a little bit more than they do right now. But however, I can't complain. This has been good. And then my vision using this business, this hairdressing business, obviously I'm a medical student. It's not like I want to be a hairdresser in the future, but this is just a thing for now. But I've realized I was actually in clothing and apparel business before, but it didn't really go well. And I actually thought it was because of lack of good funds. So getting this hairdressing thing working out for me, I realized that I could actually build up my capital to go back into the clothing and the apparel business, because I wanted to target on females getting formal wear for females, and handbags and heels. I wanted to open such a boutique, and it's still in my plans. I actually had a name for the boutique. It's Urban Collections, and I'm actually hoping to resume that Urban Collection business. So I hope this business will help me actually raise funds to resume my business. And also, as the MC had mentioned before, I'm about to enter into a rug making business, a crocheting business. And once it is kicked off, guys, I'm coming back to you, because obviously I need you to support me. But actually, it's all coming from this business. This is the business that is giving me funds to now expand into these other small businesses, because I want to just increase my sources of income, and also even venture into other things that won't take my time as much as I want to study. So I actually hope that this business will actually get me somewhere. So the next slides, these are just some pictures of the hairstyles that I've done before. I'm now able to do the cornrows. I'm able to do obviously the normal box braid, the knotless, the carpet, the carrot, the twist, threading hairstyles, freezing hairstyles, gel-up hairstyles, even weaves. All that now I'm able to do, but initially I only knew how to do free and simple box braid. And also on just doing people's hair, I also do wigs. I also make some closures. So, and again, the fix and supply service is available for someone who just brings their weave, and I do the wig for them just for, obviously that will, I only charge labor for that because you've given me your weave. But I also do, I also make wigs. If somebody orders or tells me she wants a certain weave, I can go and buy that weave myself and actually make the wig. So that's the fix and supply business service that I'm talking about. And there, that is one happy client. before this meeting, actually, I had this client. I was supposed to do her hair, and I did that hair, and I'm so proud of what I did. And she was so happy. She actually dressed up like this. She was like, when I plaited her hair, she wasn't in this clothes, but she actually wore this clothes. They said, Amanda, I need you to take some pics and go and rock that presentation. But I'm so happy with my work, and I hope this business will get me somewhere. So this is actually what I've been doing, and I hope to get into more other smaller businesses with God helping me. So thank you, guys.
Wow. The chat box is just on fire. Everyone is just saying, wow, wow, wow. Even Lodrin Rumira, it just, just put in something. He's like really appreciating. This is really great, Amanda. Keep up the good work. And one thing that I want to challenge everyone who is part of the Dynamites and is at the University of Zimbabwe, they're going to get their hair done with you. Guys, let us all support Amanda. This is our person. This is our Dynamite doing amazing out there. Thank you very much, Amanda, for the presentation. At this point in time, I'd like to invite Billy to finish his presentation. You guys yet heard some of the presentation, some of the parts of the presentation from Billy. So we're going to continue with Billy. Billy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So as I continue where I've left, so I was saying that in 2021, because I was trying to explain the background of my business. So the background is that I just want to be very quick, but I'll try to summarize the whole thing. So in 2021, we have a merger, and that merger, it failed, and our business has been grown from 100 broilers to 500 broilers. Unfortunately, it didn't last because of the issues regarding the mergers, the issues regarding how to manage the business with other people. So for me, it was a learning curve for everyone who is willing to start a business. It is not necessary in many times to merge with somebody who you don't know very well. So fast forward, after demerger, I've started to do a business as an individual. So now I'm doing it very properly, and now I'm doing. I have 200 broilers. Yesterday, some of my colleagues showed them that I've bought another day-old broilers. So here, the issue about the broilers, in terms of the marketing, because what I want to let you know and want to share to you is that in broiler business, it's all about the broiler management. It is all about the ability to market your product to the people and to be able to target. So for myself, the ability to market your product determines in terms of reducing your cost. So for myself, when I bought the broilers, I just want to do the finance. Probably for people, I know which one know Damari. So I just want to give you how lucrative it is when you want to, for somebody who is considering to be a poultry farmer. One of my mentor is Terry Maps. Is one of the example of people who are doing well in poultry industry. So fast forward, in terms of the broiler, in terms of marketing, for myself, I haven't struggled because you need to have the broilers with good quality, and in terms of size, they must be a bit of bigger. So usually after reducing, so I just want to give you a mathematics like when you buy the broilers, for example, 100 broilers, then 100 broilers multiplied by $6 because I sell to individuals. And I've identified a market with people whom I know in forms of my network at work, even my friends. So these are the people who are reliable people. When I say that I'm selling the broilers, these are the people who buy probably 20 broilers at $6, and some of the people will buy probably 30 broilers. So in my example, I was saying that for 100 broilers, you just need $100. 100 broilers multiplied by $6, which is $600. Then you subtract 300 as the cost, because overall the cost of the broilers is the half of your profit. So usually it doubles your profit. So for myself, I've been there for past 3 years in this business. So I've seen that we are being controlled by the other people who buy our products. So I've started a butcher in January this year, where I said that some of my broilers at 5 weeks, I sell them. I just take the broilers, then I'll start to sell them in a butcher. So for somebody who is considering to be in this field, I would encourage that doing business in poultry, it doesn't require you just not need only to be fixated on providing the broilers only, but you can value addition. For myself, I'm doing value addition. I've bought a machine which create the means. And some of these things, they are doing very well in terms of money. Mari, irikubuda. So I would encourage somebody to consider that. And also, I'm also the founder of the GMKT Consultants, whereby we focusing on the advising the young the businesses. So I'll just be brief. We have established that company last year in June. So the company specializes in advising financial consultants and advising. So our main target is, if you go to downtown, you can actually see that many of the people are Indians, and some of them and Congolese. They do not keep it proper, and they are not willing to keep proper accounts and even their things in terms of their business setup. So we go there and we say, guys, look, we can do this job by maybe we some of our clients, we do it twice in a month, and our charges are very good for the one who is using his brain and the skill. So we have established some of the people in downtown and other people in Mbare, and we are targeting the schools. So maybe to cut it short, consider using your brain to make to find some of the ways, like for example, where other people are not willing to do. So you can just use your knowledge and work on that. So to sum up and to conclude my presentation, I would want to thank you for this opportunity, and I hand over to the host. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Billy. That was just eye-opening. You're actually doing very well. I was really paying attention to your presentation, and I like the part where you were incorporating all the critical elements in business, the marketing aspect. You were calculating even your revenue. You're talking about your profit and everything. And I like the growth from like 50, we're not talking about 200. That's really growth. And also the part we talked about having a mentor. You actually have someone who is helping you out and mentoring you in business. So to all the Dynamites listening, even in business and everything that you do, you need a mentor who will be there to guide you. Thank you, Billy, for the wonderful presentation. That was really eye-opening. To those who are taking notes, I'm sure you've taken down your notes. I'm actually taking down my notes here. We're going to have the next presentation from Farai. Farai is a content creator, Farai Nyakudanga.
So good day, fellow Dynamites. My name is Farai Nyakudanga, and I'm a Dynamite in the creative media industry. My brand name is Farai Creative, and it's a registered digital media consultancy. and we specialize in graphic design, photography, and also cinematography. I have exactly 5 minutes on the dot to do this presentation, so let me just rush into it. And as I was speaking and sharing my story, the screen will also be showing a few samples of my previous work. So be sure to check that out as I do this presentation as well. I can't tell when exactly that I made the decision to be involved in media-related work, but I guess it's just one of those things that was just lying dormantly and just waiting for some time to erupt. Probably I'd say it's something that I was subconsciously passionate about, if there's something like that. So it took me some time, trial and error, even a series of frustration, just to get the decision of finally monetizing the passion. But before I even go any further, I would want to put it out there in the open that I'm nowhere close to where I want to be, and yeah, all that I'm doing is just taking small but deliberate steps into achieving elements of what I would like to say the possible bigger picture. So most of the hurdles that are just coming along, we're just tackling them as I go. So into the story, on the shallow, I'm just a kid from the hood with a camera. I started off taking pictures, worked on improving my skill, and up until a time when I was marketable enough, I started off by taking on clients for small personal projects. And yeah, that was basically the beginning of everything. But before that, I had to do a lot of work for free, a lot of it. Because at that stage when you're starting, you want to put your name out there, you want to make sure people recognize you for what you do, your brand and everything. So yeah, I had to gain enough practice and experience, and it was not quite the easy phase to go through. And in time, I actually heavily invested in decent equipment, which I did from the savings that I accumulated from a graphic design hustle that I was doing, that I had been doing at that time for quite a long time. I think I've been doing graphic design for as long as I remember. At the early stages, you're just, putting in pictures together, just making those small funny flyers and whatnot, for fun. Then in time, you actually realize that this is something that can actually be sustainable. So at that time, it was okay for me until it got to a phase when I just realized that it was taking way too much of my time, and the returns were just too low. You couldn't charge what you thought was your worth at that time. So I said to myself, what else can I do to further, diversify my portfolio and tend to do more than what I'm already doing now. So that's when I decided, let me just expand my portfolio also into photography. Initially, I wouldn't want to lie. My initial drive was profit-oriented. It was profit-oriented. I shifted from that aspect to the new aspect simply because I needed the cash. I needed to be making something for myself. But in time, I actually found out, but I'm actually passionate about this. Otherwise, had it not been for the fact, I would have left it a long time ago, because it also came with its own set of challenges. And I would say that the major challenge so far in this creative industry is that the market seems to be somehow oversaturated, and apparently these days everyone is holding a camera somewhere and taking shots. Plus, with massive advancements in technology, we have mobile phones that are just taking images that are almost as good as pro level. So in order to be marketable, your work needs to be that good. And it's a battle of constant advancement and evolution, keeping up with the trends and everything. Plus the social media platforms that we tend to share work with also tend to be evolving. So yeah, it's a lot. But anyway, to date I've actually shot quite a number of personal and commercial projects. And for me, the goal is to do more of commercial work. And this includes shows, concerts, corporate work, branding projects, just to mention a few. And yeah, as I said, some of the work is showing on your screen. So since the beginning of last year, I further diversified my portfolio into filmmaking again. And yeah, so far I would say this is my current home ground. I'm heavily involved with Dreamflux Entertainment, and started off as an assistant, and now I'm just doing director of photography. And all this I'm doing was also balancing with being a computer engineering student. So yes, it's been quite an interesting journey to say the least. So my affiliation in this industry has allowed me to work with, various local and international companies, non-profit organizations as well. And for these, we did, commercials, social media content for marketing campaigns, promotional uses. The list is endless. So I think just to mention a few of the organizations that I've worked with, I think we have Oxfam, we have worked with UNICEF, we have worked with the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education, Ministry of Health at some point, Send It True, and also Young and Dynamic. But as of this year, actually, what I'd say my major highlight was working on 3 different TV programs, which are actually now showing on MultiChoice DSTV as we speak. One of which is called Spark, which I actually scripted and also presented at the same time. And I was also behind the scenes. So yeah, but it was actually quite a huge career milestone, and I believe that this is just the beginning. The goal, I would say, is to have one of Africa's largest media powerhouses. As I visually share African stories from an African perspective. And as I speak, I'm actually working on a target of 10K on equipment within the next 12 months. So yeah, I'm just getting started. I think I've said quite a lot for now, I'm sure, and definitely I know my time's up. And it's been a pleasure sharing, and thank you for this opportunity. Feel free to get in touch. My social media handles, Instagram and Facebook. I use FryCreative_media on Instagram and FryCreative Media on Facebook.
The pressure is getting worse. If you guys are not even feeling the pressure, and yes, you heard it right. He has worked with those organizations that he was talking about, and not forgetting Young and Dynamic. Thank you very much, Farai, for that amazing presentation. I'm really inspired. I think I actually have a new passion in photography. I'm just realizing right now. Moving on to the next presentation, Tapiwa Ngoma. You have 5 minutes to deliver your presentation. And just before you start, Tapiwa Ngoma is the founder of Luxa Construction. Over to you, Tapiwa. Can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, Tapiwa.
Can you hear me?
Yes, over to you. Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
I can hear you.
Afternoon, everyone. I am Tapiwa Ngoma, and I'm the founder of Luxa Construction. So I am doing my NC at Masasa Industrial Training College. So I started in 2021, my first year. Then in 2022, I had to take my attachment. So I went for my attachment at Tenor Fiber Cement. That was for industrial electrical power installation. And I spent I think it was 8 months in Tenor. Then I later moved on to Powerfeed, a commercial power installation company. That was I think it was in October. I'm forgetting the dates. In October, then I was then subcontracted at Powerfeed, and I worked on a project in Madokero. There is a private school there where I was learning, and that was the time where I was an intern, and I was able to work with my greatest mentor. His name is Sherlock Mwandifura. Sorry, Sherlock Mwandifura. He taught me basic works. Commercial power installation is more of domestic installation, but they will be working with 3-phase power installation. Then he told me something that hit me. He was like, vakomana munofana kurumurika. It's not like mucharamba muchongo shandira macompanies aya kusvikira mufe kana kuti musvikira mukure. Then I sat and thought, what if I start my own company? And that was in later 2022. I then thought of this company, Luxa Construction. That is when the thought was gave birth. Then I started this company. I was the only one in the company, sadly. And I have some slides I will have to show you. I hope I can share my screen with you guys. Okay. Okay, so this is the business card that I use. I do have social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter and Facebook. The accounts are still new, though you can follow me and like the pictures I'll be posting soon. So why I thought of this company? Besides the saying that I was told by my mentor, I thought that starting my own thing would be more of a basic tool in the 21st century. So this is some of the reasons I have stated why I thought of starting my own company. Sorry, I'm trying to approve someone. Okay, knowing that each day brings new challenges and exciting opportunities and a chance to engage my passion, I decided to start this company. I can work with my flexible terms and conditions. I'll be my own boss. I can make my own risks based on my judgments, and it's flexible. I can start work whenever I want, whatever time I want, and I can do anything that I want with my own company. Yes, so can I slide to the next one? The challenges that I'm facing, there are a lot of challenges, I won't lie to you. In this world of entrepreneurship, there are a lot of setbacks and failures, which are very inevitable. So you have to look forward to failing sometimes, but if you have goals, you have to manage to pick yourself up and dust yourself up. In this world of construction, as an electrical engineer, there are delays in project progression. You can find that the clients can manage to, let's say there's a house that I have to install everything. We start by chasing the walls, and you go to the next stage, which is tubing the house, and the next stage will be wiring the house, and the final stage will be installing everything that is used in the house, the electrical gadgets, the cookers, the stoves, and the rest. So the client may only have the money or may only manage to start by tubing the house, and they'll only pay for that sum, which will be a quarter of the project. And they can take up as to many years to finishing that project. At times you might end up forgetting about that client, and they'll find another electrician in the future. And there's labor shortage. For now, I'm facing labor shortages because I have a lot of projects that are pending and a lot of projects that I'm working on right now. And I'll be recruiting some of the people that I find willing, that work very hard, because in this job, you can be lazy. That's the truth. Because at times you might work from 6 a.m. to 8 or 10 p.m. For the past week, I've been coming home around 10 to 11 p.m., which would be very tiring. And as a student, I'm now in my NC3. I go to school every day. So I might come home around 10 and I'll have to rest and study, then wake up early in the morning, go to school. Then after school, I might start proceeding with the project. So at times I might need a lot of people that might work on something that I'm away. A slow adaptation to emerging technologies. These days it's very difficult to convince some people that if you use specific gadgets or tools, they will make you adapt to the new ways of living. And the people are used to old things. There are old stoves, there are old gadgets. And in this era, I've engaged on a new program, which is a project per se, where there are ceilings that you might find these days, they are very modern. They have those LED strip lights, those RGB lights, some of you might know them, and they are optical starlights. It's very difficult to convince people. They might ask you, Guti, yes, but we are in the 21st century. We need to modernize everything. There is exposure. You need to know everything that is going on. So sometimes it is very difficult to convince people to accept those new things. Stolen equipment on sites. Let's say if I work at a new site, some people, you might work with builders, plumbers, and the rest. You might have different opinions on how to work at a site, and you might end up missing some of the equipment. For the last time, I had a 9-inch grinder, Bosch. It was stolen on a site, and I was unable to finish that project was I couldn't chase the walls using a chasing comb and a hammer. It was very difficult. The bricks which they used, which come from better bricks, are very, very hard bricks, and you can't use those. You might have your arms hurting and going to the clinic after that job. So those are the basic challenges I have faced so far. And let me go to the next slide.
Hi, Tapiwa.
Yes.
Yes, you have now like 2 minutes left to just finish up your presentation and round up as we move on to the next person.
Okay. How I challenge and how I overcome those challenges. I have to stay focused on my goals. I have a growth in mindset, continuously learning from experiences and consulting my former mentors for assistance. That is what I do. Before I take any project, I have to consult them and they help me, because when I get a new project, there's a lot of drawing. Let's say if I get a new house that I have to work on, I'm given the plan. And when I'm given the plan, I have to draw my electrical plan, because the plan that is given is the building plan. So I have to draw my own electrical plan. So going next to the slides, I will show you some of the projects that are pending, that I am undertaking. This is an electrical installation of a complex in Grenada Phase 1. This is my biggest project so far. It's a complex that is being built and I am working on right now. As you can see, that is me chasing the walls after I used the grinder, and this is the guy I am working with right now. This is a project in Wesley where I'm doing decking. This is decking. This is an ongoing program in Borodale, house refurbishment, and I also do solar. This I did this job in, is it April? Yes, that was April. And this was my first project. It was successful. Happy to say that. So concluding this presentation, I would like to thank the people that have assisted me to get to this point I am at, because it was very hard. Starting new things, it was very hard. Being on my own, it was very hard. So looking back at 2022, when I started this company, I was very incapacitated to an extent that I could get a case of 100 business cards, which cost about $10. It was very difficult for me. I didn't have tools of proficiency, so it was very difficult to undertake some jobs and contracts, because without those tools, it would be hard, or sometimes it would be impossible to get the job done. By this time, I'm happy to say that these projects have boosted me, and I do have many referrals these days, and I'm getting enough projects to sustain me to get to where I want. But this is not position, or this is not where I want to be. I have a very big vision. I do have a very big one, that's true, where I will make this company grow to an extent that I'll be able to recruit, to create job employment, and to train more and more engineers, and changing the world in the way that I can, like what High Life is doing to all of us right now. So thank you guys for giving me your time. I will let the MC take it from here.
Thank you very much, Tapiwa, for the presentation. I have no words, actually. I am out of words, and I believe this wasn't even enough time for you to be able to talk to us about your work that I've been doing. And I like with the part where you said you're your own boss, and this is not where you want to be, but you have a very big vision for that. Thank you. That is very inspiring. And I hope that you're going to get more clients from this platform, Leaders, Dynamites. Thank you. And we're going to our next presentation from Blessing Mawezera, a nail tech and cosmetologist. Over to you, Blessing. We are running out of time, so you have exactly 4 minutes to deliver your presentation. This is now like 16:34. By 16:38, you should be done with your presentation. Make it as brief as possible.
Okay, pleasant day to you all, everyone. My name is Blessing Marisa. I'm a nail technician. As you can see, I don't know if it's clear, but as you can see through my stuff, I'm a nail technician. I started doing this in 2022, and I also do makeup. I started doing makeup the very first day I fell in love with makeup. That was 2017, and I've been trying a lot of things through YouTube, through TikTok, and here I am now. I think I'm better, but to some extent, my clients are claiming that it is good. As a nail technician, but basically, I'm more based on nails right now. I'm a nail technician. As a nail technician, there are a lot of challenges you face, and these challenges are from your clients. Your clients, yeah, I can see you see the nails. The nails, I did these nails, I prepared these nails for this meeting. So I'm that one person I'm now able to do my own nails. And I've been doing these. There are many types of nails. There are stick-on nails, which are these ones. They are stick-on nails when you just use your glue and then you press them on your nails. And these are the simplest nails. I think most of the people use these nails. They're the simplest nails. And these are also the stick-on nails, but you have to use a lot of designs on these nails. And I can do all type of nails, which can be the natural nails, ombre nails, French tip nails, stick-on nails, as I have mentioned. But when you're doing natural nails, you use this type of nails where you have to use acrylic powder or gel. For example, these are the nails I did today for preparing for this meeting. I used acrylic powder, but as a nail tech, you have to be able to mix. You have to be able to know different kind of the things to use. You don't have to base on what you see and you follow that. What has made me grow as a nail technician is through hard work and the passion for my business. I'm that one person who is so obsessed with nails to an extent that whenever I'm low, whenever I'm bothered, I seek solace in nails, and then my mood is back on track, that. So right today, to create this color is hard to find. So as a nail technician, you have to satisfy all your customers. So this color I used today, I mixed the 3 acrylic powders, which is this one, and the white acrylic powder and the purple acrylic powder. I mixed these powders so that I can have this one color. And as a nail technician, if you don't know how to do that, you won't be able to come up with this. So as you can see, these nails, I did 2 classes of nails here, which are the natural nails which are plain natural nails here. And then I did these two. I don't know if you can see these two, this one and this one. This is the ombre nails where you have to mix 2 colors. So I mixed the white and the other color. These are the ombre nails. And then I went on. All these nails, they are not done, but because of my time, I don't think if I'll be able to finish. My plan was to finish up doing these nails while I'm talking. When doing my nails, I use some of the things like these. These are called the drill beads, where you have to shape your nails. You file your nails using this. And this thing, if you do not have passion with your business, you won't be able to know all this. Because as a nail technician, you are involved with a lot of things where you have to know them by name. And some of the things, they are so small, but as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to know that. I also use a UV lamp where I have to, using this UV lamp, I use it to dry my nails, either nail polish, gel nails, or what. So also I'm a cosmetologist where I sell all the stuff for or anything which includes cosmetics. I use that. So right now with my with my few minutes or 1 minute left, I would like to show you how to put on nail designs. These are the designs. I don't know if you are able to see them. These are called nail stickers. So a lot of customers bring you a lot of different styles. Styles per TikTok. Then the person will say, I want this style, but one of my tragedy I have faced as a nail technician is customer dissatisfaction. I think Amanda can value for me on that one. A lot of customers bring you a picture per TikTok and then claim could I know that same design, that same set, but it is like I try by all means to satisfy the customer, but at the end, some of the customers are not satisfied. But that's one of my tragedy I have faced. But hands up, I'm one of the best nail technician here at my school. I study. I'm at MSU, and in my stream, I'm one of the best nail technician. And here, I have a lot of people in my DM wanting my nail sets, different nail sets. I so into nails and I really enjoy doing nails. So one advice I can give to other entrepreneurs out there: have passion, be into your business. Like, you have to love what you do, love everything you do to an extent that you have happiness in your business, and don't even think about what people say about whatever you want to do or whatever
Hi,
you're going to do.
Blessing. Sorry to interrupt you a bit. You have 30 seconds to finish up or you're done.
Okay, I can say I'm done right now. It's okay. Thank you, everyone.
Sure.
This is me.
I think actually, I think we have to share your contact so that people will be able to reach out to you, and if they have questions, ask more questions, so we can see how we can go about it. But that was really amazing, and I'm liking the way we have diversity in Young and Dynamic. From construction, now we are to nails. We're coming from poultry farming, content creators, and all. So we have to move on because we don't have much time. Our next presentation is coming from Jokozo Ngube, who is the co-founder of Just Ikota MN Fragrances. Over to you, Jokozo. Are you available? All right, as Ndokozo is preparing, or if let's, hello,
everyone. My name is Ndokozo. I am the co-founder.
You have 4 minutes to finish your presentation, just 4 minutes, so make it as brief as possible.
Okay, I'll try my best. Okay,
Sure.
So I am the co-founder of Just Ikota and MN Fragrances. So let me just get my presentation. Okay, so Just Ikota is a food business, right? Just Ikota is a food business. It's Just Ikota, not just Ikota. It's Just Ikota. So Ikota is a bunny chow, right? So the idea originates from South Africa, where people usually refer it to Ikota, right? So I hope my presentation is now clear. Can you see my presentation? Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So this is just Ikota for you. It's just 1/4 bread, and then with chips, chakalaka, and polony. So, okay, let's move to the next slide. What exactly is Just Ikota? Just Ikota is a food business that specializes in the production of quarters and other fast foods like potato chips, and then they have vegetable garnish such as onions, tomatoes, and cucumber, right? So how do we do it? We have a menu. which has a standard quarter, which is just a quarter of an unsliced loaf of bread, chakalaka, bologna slices, and chips. So we have extras, that is an egg, cheese, a cheese slice, or Russian sausage. So we charge extra on this. Our operation, we have a table that we use to serve our customers in front of the rank at UZ. So we would also make deliveries on campus and along Mount Pleasant Drive, which is a road that runs in front of UZ. So our market is varsity students mainly, and the local construction workers and the vendors. So the fact that the quota is very rare, it makes it so attractive. So a lot of people tend to be interested in it. So this is the adverts that we would use. Just Quota was established in September 2022. So 2022, that's when we established Just Quota. So I have 4 other partners that I do Just Quota with. So those are Limbai, Daniel, Kunashe, and Nkosati. So I'm just mentioning them in absentia. So what drove us to start the business? So initially, before we went to varsity, we had this idea before we went to varsity. Right now I'm going to my part 3, but we had this idea before we went to varsity. We got the opportunity to enter a competition, because the Halt Prize competition. So the Halt Prize competition is a competition where you present your business and then you get a sponsor to fund your business. So because the Halt Prize thing did not then work out, so we then took it upon ourselves to then raise the capital, right? So our motivation was the zeal to want to provide a meal that is affordable, yet readily available and satisfying and delicious to our customers. So I learned a saying that says, does your product really provide convenience to other person? So with that said, because our quota costs $1, that's what kind of makes it affordable to most varsity students, because we know that the varsity students will be able to just use $1 only. You'll be full. You can just go on to your after lunch lecture, Okay. So the challenges we faced are that we have a challenge in securing a place for operation, because the first time we operated, we were using the outside, because we're not really allowed inside the rank. So we're using the place just in front of the rank with the other vendors there. So it's quite difficult, And then we
Hi,
also have,
Ntokozo.
hello. Is it time up?
You have 30 seconds to finish your presentation.
Okay.
Yes, you have 30 seconds just to wrap up.
Okay. But I had another presentation also.
Don't try, you give you more time. Another.
So okay, so these are the challenges we face. Okay, we also have limited labor, because my partners and I do different programs. So sometimes our schedules tend to clash and no one is there to prepare the quotas and make the deliveries. So we have proposed solutions for the challenges. We are looking into getting a place at one of the stalls at university's new rank. And then we're also considering incorporating a helping hand, but that would also eat into our pockets, because if we were to employ someone, they would need to be paid. So our achievements, we managed to purchase equipment and establish the business. And right now we're actually running the business, right? Okay. So our goals, we want to expand the brand. We want to expand, we want to get another place in a different location. And then we see our brand growing globally. And then we also want to register for events like street bashes or attending boot camps, where we can actually provide food for people. Okay, I don't know about my second presentation. Should I go on, host?
I think for now we can end here so that we give others the chance to present. Then I'm sure we'll see what we can do so that we can have maybe another round next time.
Okay. Okay. So
Thank you
yeah.
so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, food lovers, are you there? Are you excited? Can you comment in the chat box? Want to hear what you have to say about this project? And I really like it. I'm sure I'm going to reach out and just get myself some. For the next presentation, you're going to have Life Chimkupete, who is a beauty advisor and agripreneur. Wow, a beauty advisor and agripreneur. Over to you, Life.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I think 5 or 10% of the connected participants know me, and quite well. So for now, I think you missed one point from my side, which is the financial part, which I'm going to dwell much on. So I think everyone talked about the businesses.
You have exactly 4 minutes as well. Just 4 minutes.
No problem.
Give us
Thank you very much. All right. So I'm going to talk about what I do. Like everyone else has been talking about selling their quota, selling whatsoever. I do the opposite. When they are done with their money, I sell their money. Quite interesting, right? So most people would tell me as a money changer, but I see more to it than just being a money changer. So I sell rands, I sell other TGs, I sell US dollar to other TGs, then I sell Pula as well. So that's what I do most. And for those who would want their monies converted to other TGs for raise, kindly find my number in the chat box. I'll add it to the chat box so that maybe you get in touch with me. And I'm also a beauty advisor with Afron Schlein. It's a very good product from Afron Schlein that I sell. It's a very nice perfume which smells very good. Coppelia. It's a very good perfume. Afron Schlein has been in existence for almost 50 years. Yes, they've been in the business of perfumes for almost 50 years now. And all those perfumes, they smell very nice. We've got wood scents, we've got floral scents, we've got some flower scents, oh, you name it. So that's what I sell as well. And I sell as well products from my chickens. Unfortunately, it's just that my chickens are at home in Bindura. That's where I go and slaughter them. Then I come, I sell them here. So usually what I do, I go and slaughter with the orders here in Harare. These are road runners. So I go and collect about 10 or 6, something like that, with orders here in Harare. Then I come and I deliver here. So usually I don't stay with them. I just go there with orders. Then I come and sell here in Harare in Hatfield. So that's what I do for now. I'm of course I'm planning on to get my business bigger and bigger. My chickens, actually I started them with 6, but it was just last year in November when I started. Then I have now made 5 orders. The first order was with 6 chickens, 6 road runners, all of them going for $12 each. So I almost made 100% profit from all those chickens that I sold. This last month I made 10 chickens. I went and slaughtered 10 chickens. Then I sold them 9 of them. I sold them at $11.
You have 30
Hello?
seconds to just representation. You have 30 seconds to finish finish up.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. So that's what I'm doing right now. So the challenges that I really faced were selling the chickens to neighbors or to people who know you. They won't pay. Or especially from friends and family. Yeah. So it's a very good thing to not to always lend or sell on credit to neighbors and friends. It's a trap. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and it's a good thing that we are here to share all our ideas that we have. So it's good, go and find something to do. It's not too late, it's not always hard, but it needs you to see and learn. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was quite eye-opening. We're moving on to our next presentation, which is coming from Anna Banda. Anna, could you please, for the remaining presenters, could you just know that we don't have much time? So just read the elevator pitch way, just a few seconds. Let us know about what you do and all that, so that at least everyone will get a chance to speak and we'll still finish on time. Over to you, Anna. You have 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Anna Banda and I'm in accounting. So my business is poultry. Can you go on to the next slide, please? What motivated me to start this business is that I wanted to empower my mom. I didn't want to see her just seated. So I started saving money from attachment. I did it secretly because I didn't want surprise emergencies. Because in Africa, they'll be like, I gave birth to you, so give me money for this. So when I finished my attachment, I had $200. We used that to build a chicken coop. Then from there, our first startup batch, I had to ask for a $150 loan from my boss. Moving on to the next slide. So the challenges that I have faced with the poultry business is high death rate. I experienced this because, remember, my motivation was to give my mother something to do, so I didn't do much research about it. So I experienced high death rate. Like the first batch, we lost about 12 birds, and I remember just one fainting and thinking that it was poison. So the solution for that was to consult those who have experience, then started defining our market when we had what the product. Then another issue with poultry farming is selling on credit. You wake up in the morning as a seller, then you go back home as a debt collector. So which means you're doing double jobs. So I'm trying to solve this one by giving people a discount for early settlement and considering buying a deep freezer again, such that I can do chicken cuts. I also want to date my clients using the button matrix because there are clients who are stars. This one's the pay in cash. There are others who behave like dogs. And sometimes you never get your knowledge back. You never get your money back. You are just a debt collector and you look as if like you're making noises that don't step well with your money. So the vision is to expand the poultry project. So we have got a stand in the village. So we are building that using the money from that first page and the others that have aided up. Moving on to the next slide. So the next slide just shows the money that I have gained from this business, from the $350 that we started. That's the profit, and it seems like my attachment money is still alive. And yeah, I'm glad that my mom also has something to do. Thank you, guys.
Right. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much for that informative thing about your business. Good luck with your business. We love seeing each and every Dynamite from everywhere doing great things. Thank you, everyone who has connected, and thank you to all your businesses. Good luck with them. We wish you all amazing things. Now, remember to subscribe to our Young and Dynamic YouTube channel. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining in, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.